Hello, Franco. Welcome, buddy. How are you? Welcome back. Alrighty, welcome back, guys. Today's stream, we're gonna continue with the story missions from where we left off on the previous stream. If you want to go back to the start, I would go back one stream before this one. This is the stream where we continue halfway from where we left off. Let's get right into it. No dailies today. I've already done everything. No wasting time, no events, no game modes. Straight story. So let's get right into it. Hey Fives, how you doing, bro? Welcome, welcome. Are you sleeping? Using... Nah. I don't know. I wouldn't even spend my battery life on that, bro. Maybe if I had a laptop. No, but what am I saying? I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. It's so silly. It's so ridiculous. Okay, yeah. I think we should be able to get it done. I want to get it done this this stream. I think we should get it done. Let's before we continue though, I just want a quick recap. So we've done that one, and that's the next one. So let's do a quick like previously on AMC's Girls Frontline 2. I remember we're on our way to, so we found an email that wasn't sent, that was meant to go to us, but it wasn't, and then we decrypted it or something, and then we got some information, and then now we're going to the location of that information, and on the way there, we were like in traffic, and then we came across those patrol robots. And then the patrol robots couldn't identify our ID, and then so we started fighting them. Something, and then we went to a safe house. I can't skip this, can I? We went to a safe house, and I think we're in the safe house, and then there was something going on with the safe house. I'm not gonna read through it. I'm just gonna have a quick skip kind of, just so I get my bearings on what the hell was going on, because it started off, it's already so convoluted and political and hard to follow with a lot of the organizations and whatnot. Have you played the story fights? It's already so heavy on its setting and stuff. I just want a quick little recap. You're in the same level? Oh, okay, fair enough, bro. Oh, good, then we can... If you're going to be hanging around, we can go through it together. So this should be, I think we go to the hideout here or something. They'll shake off the pursuit and slip into a temporary... Yeah, safe house. Yep. Just want a quick little... I'm just going to skim over it. ID code. Any Gerard groups? Oh, I forgot to put the music up, my bad. Prevent shift comms. Even in the recap, it's hard to follow, man. Like, there's so much technical stuff. You want NC attack? Are they talking about the attack? Depends on the drug acting alone since when? Patrol. Okay, yeah, patrols know our location. Okay, so yeah, patrols are the last thing. Sleeping for us and pending our movements. Yeah, because Rurik's trying to stop us from getting to that the ID thing from the email. Terminal John. People now. Yeah, building. So they're looking for us basically. We get a phone call from someone. Oh, can we go to visit? Okay, yeah, she's been handling some stuff. Back Elliot. Is that it?
戦場は片付いた。皆の者、よくやったな。
Millman, welcome. How are you? Is that Millman? I think I'm reading that wrong. Okay, yeah. So we basically escaped the patrols, and we're at a safe house, and we're on our way. I think to the thing. We'll just pick it up as we go. I'm still so confused though, low key. I'm gonna be honest. But yeah, let me put the music up real quick, because it's much lower in the story. Yep. Okay. Okay. So this one, yeah, that's done. Mere fleeting moment of chaos is enough window to achieve victory. Okay. The iron gate of the warehouse rises slowly. A large truck drives in, the driver steering with practiced ease before killing the engine. Bam! The cab door slams shut. Deft fingers enter a code sequence on the keypad, and the truck's cargo lock clicks open, the doors slowly parting. The dim warehouse lights carve a clean line across the dark interior. The line widens, crouching and hiding. Ready all along, Lena springs forward. In a few bounding steps, she reaches the cargo doors, stamping the ground hard. Is that Michiru? Hey. No, it's not, I think. Lena tackles the driver to the ground. The two roll 3 full turns before stopping. Oh, it is Michiru. She's got a different outfit. Haven't seen you in so long, Michiru. I missed you so much. She rubs her cheek against the other's face with giddy affection. Bro, Michiru's cute ass here. The petite driver pats Lena gently in reassurance. If you keep pinning her down like that, her defense protocols might kick in, you know. Defense protocols or other protocols, if you know what I'm saying. Leva and the 2 other dolls leap down from the truck as well. It's been ages since we returned to 404. Even if she's not the real Michiru, seeing the frame... Oh, it's not Michiru. Seeing the same frame feels nostalgic. Saying this, Lena bends down and helps the Michiru she knocked down over back up. I must be like the same model. Thank you so much for your help. This is terribly undignified of me. Michiru briskly dusts off her maid uniform, then whips a compact mirror from her pocket. She's so feminine here. She carefully adjusts her headpiece, clasps her hands before her, and bows with prim formality. It must have been a long and arduous journey. The boss has already arrived and is waiting for you all in the lab next door. This place is perfectly secure. Please follow me. It's interesting how like the idea of frames is like much more common in this story. Michiru strides slightly toward the door. I guess it emphasizes the individuality of the characters aside, even though they're just like frames out of a production line technically. Lena stares at the ribbon bobbing on the doll's back in mild confusion. Michiru leads the group to the lab. Ross, I brought them over. Are we going to see Persica? Oh no. Good work, G11. No trouble at all. I'll go make some coffee. Please make yourselves at home. Ah, she's so uwu. G11 bows again and slips out of the room unobtrusively. Then I can't stop glancing after her. Dear, where did you dig up that frame of GRG11? I thought you declared a few years ago that in honor of Michu's uniqueness, you scrapped all the GRG11 units you'd built as a kid. Not to mention, this one's personality is way off from the real deals. It's a long story. After you lot went and changed your names one by one, I gave the matter some thought. It's true, as your neural clouds grow, you dolls become more independent beings, much like humans. Technically, the neural cloud and the frame are separate, but conceptually, I'm becoming more inclined to consider them a single unified entity. If I kept insisting on separating the two, I'd be behind the times, disrespectful to you even, so I scrapped the GRG11s that I built in my childhood back then. Well, look at you, matured a bit, huh? So the one you just picked us up was... since I put all the effort in as a kid to build the frame, it felt wasteful to destroy it outright. I stashed it in a warehouse instead. I was worried it wouldn't boot up, but turns out my craftsmanship was reliable enough even back in the days. Alright, enough of that. You moved faster than I thought. I thought it would take at least another 2 days for you to link up with me. How did you find out? Okay, so we're linking up with Dia, it turns out. The approval process got rushed forward by 5 days from its usual end of month, and the supplier list had vendors I'd never seen before. On top of that, I spotted a truck unloading nearby with their logo, and the driver looked familiar. That's too much coincidence, no? Only you would catch such obscure clues. Yeah, just as I've got a sharp nose when it comes to saying V Fairy, Leva clocked it right away. Hey Destiny, welcome back bro, how are you? But dear, how did you know where we were? Kaylin couldn't have told you outright in case she was bugged. There was more than one truck. That's right, my family's supermarket chain has a warehouse here in ODE 22, so multiple trucks wouldn't look out of place. Wait, isn't your family in the new energy business? That's the more well-known part of the business now, but we started with supermarkets. The old folks wanted our in-house products to get some URNC ties. They submitted a bid 6 months ago, but nothing came of it, until now, when it suddenly got approved. Thanks to you, Sierra's got much to brag about. Much to brag about for her year-end board report. Sierra and Sierra. Turns out you've got some business acumen, eh? Wouldn't have guessed. Sierra handles most of the work, but I can't just loaf around completely and be a useless trust fund baby, you know. Fair enough, but if there were multiple trucks, doesn't that mean there could be more GRG11s? That'd be ridiculous. There's only this one frame. It took me ages to dig it out. The neural cloud is just some random civilian doll software slotted in. And the other trucks? I rigged a few civilian dolls from supermarkets with sleep collars and wigs. Whether you spotted them depended entirely on your intuition. Asking dolls to have intuition is a tall order, don't you think? Good thing we got lucky. Exactly. I happen to be here in ODE 22 for partnership talks, and the old warehouse also happens to be close by. If not, I couldn't have come to your rescue this fast, no matter what strings Kaylin promised to pull for my family business. Being lucky is also a kind of skill. By the way, Kaylin never had time to explain everything to me. What happened, and what do you need me to do? Someone fill me in. Okay, this is probably where we get like a little recap. Leva briefs Dia on the events and their current predicament. Tampering with URNC security, impressive. Right, but I bet you won't lose to them, will you, dear? I'd love a chance to. Wait, what are you planning? Dia eyes Leva warily, taking a step back. Our biggest obstacle is the altered clearance in the system. From Kaylin's stone, fixing it officially will take time. So can you help us hack into the URNC's security system to give them a hand? You call that giving a hand? That's a crime. And if they targeted you on purpose, I guarantee you codes are locked down now. I guarantee codes are locked down. They won't be easy to restore. What about creating new IDs for us? No way, that's even more outrageous. IDs are unique certifications tied to each unit, issued by the URNC's backend protocol. You'd have to hack the backend itself to add, delete, or alter anything. It's not like spoofing a camera or two or hijacking a patrol droid. Exactly, which is why we need you. The small stuff we can handle. Even if it's technically possible, the trace risk is huge. Even I couldn't possibly cover all my tracks. My family finally managed to secure a business deal with the UINC government. If I go too far, Sia and my folks will hand me over themselves, saving the PSA the trouble. UINC, PSA, NOMFA, OGAS. What else was there? Then it's tricky. If we just go charging in, we'll be arrested. When they question us about our movements, you'll be implicated too, dear. You 404 dolls, honestly. One sleeps, one plays dumb, one threatens violence, and now you want to throw me in jail. Then think harder. The only one who can save yourself from jail is you. Basically twisted his arm. What do you expect me to do? Got you baited. Dia slumps into a chair, Leva falls silent, clearly running simulations for alternatives. If it's just the contents of the locker that you need, I could send the civilian doll. Same result, right? While it isn't very likely, there's still a chance that this lead is a trap. It's risky for a civilian doll to handle this on her own. You'll be exposed if she's caught. Dia, you said you could tamper with cameras and control patrol droids. Yes, but only very briefly. Maybe 20 seconds before correction. Maybe less. What can you do in 20 seconds? Plenty. I've studied the station's defenses. There's only 1 or 2 human staff. The patrol droids handle security, so all we need is chaos among the droids. Controlling a couple of droids won't achieve much though, especially not within such a short time. Besides, what would I even make them do? Kick over a trash can? It's a light rail station we're talking about. I can't have them shoot. But if they think they've spotted us, that's different. Oh, that's clever. Rebella, I get it. Huh? I don't. Me neither. Leva, stop being cryptic. With so few personnel, they'll have to rely heavily on the cameras to track us. It's not realistic to expect Dia to manipulate the station's surveillance system and patrol droids based on our real-time movements, but if he tweaks the mapping between what the cameras see and the droid's ID system, the station will suddenly be full of us. Conflicting alarms everywhere. Chaos ensues. And in chaos we find our chance. That could work, but my processing speed is limited. I might not create enough confusion. That's why you have me. With Leva's help, yeah, maybe. Or maybe I should say, as Dandelion said, the UINC security system ties closely to OGAS. I don't even know who OGAS is, what OGAS is, dude. I feel like we need a bit of... They could have done like a quick little OGAS is the... blah 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 that is responsible for blah 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 and does blah blah. I mean, they probably do, but it's hard to follow, man. True, but this mission needs real-time command across multiple units. My combat capacity is lower. It'll bottleneck coordination. All things considered, I should stay behind. I may be less familiar with the OGAS protocol than you, but my EW skills haven't gone rusty after all these years. Rebella thinks it through. When she arrives at the same conclusion as Leva, she nods. Alright, then action is set for rush hour tomorrow morning. More people means more cover, and even if we're spotted, it'll be easier to escape. Everyone good? Soppo? Leva glances at Soppo, who is scrutinizing a food processing machine diagram on screen. No problem, making trouble's my specialty. Plan sounds good to me too, whatever you say, Leva. I have no objections either, but there's still one wild card we haven't factored in. You mean Gerard's illegal armed automatons? Yes, we can't predict their numbers or weapons. If they appear, hacking alone won't stop them. Then bang bang bang, we take them all out. This one's crazy. If you open fire, you'll hit civilians. Rush hour means a much higher risk. But rush hour is our best chance. Any other time, the chance of success drops by at least 45%. Success isn't everything. Huh? Burrell's right. Leva cuts off Lenna. Leva. Rebel's point is, while we should prioritize the success of the mission, if we cause another public disaster on the scale of the incident in OD-01, the Gerard group could exploit it again to tie up non-core, right? Rebella doesn't deny it, but says nothing. Leva ignores the silence and pats Lenna on the shoulder. And like Dia said, if the chief just stashed something in the locker, Gerard doesn't even know about it, we might not need gunfire to succeed. I like this feature about Leva. I thought it was slightly closed, but the fact that her one eyelid is completely closed and there's a scar there really makes her unique. I like that trait about her. Oh, that's what Rebella meant. I misunderstood the story. It's fine. Then let's work on refining the operation plan. Based on our previous discussion, we might need some backup contingencies. Okay, nice. Hidden by skillful cover, you can approach your goal as though you were invisible. The light rail station alarm blares during the morning rush hour. Lenna weaves quickly through the chaotic crowd while Leva's dispatch orders keep coming through the level 2 comms link. Leva, I see a patrol squad up ahead. Estimated encounter in 1 minute. Keep your course. Tia and I will deal with them. Suppo, the patrol droids on your right are under our control. Move now. 6 illegal armed droids are closing in from both the southeast and southwest station entrances. Prioritize them. Don't let them enter. Got it. Lenna takes a deep breath and charges straight toward the patrol squad ahead. Just as their cameras are about to capture her, the patrol automatons suddenly play alarms and rush at a civilian doll 3 meters away, surrounding her. Alarm cleared. Leva, I'm almost at the target location. Nearby surveillance is still under our control. At the end, I will keep the patrol droids busy. Watch yourself. I realized this black thing, by the way, on her chest looked like the hexagons. I'm not sure. I can't remember what shape that was. That little on her chest is actually armor. It's pretty cool. I thought it was something else. I didn't think about it too much, but the fact that I think it's considered armor is pretty cool. Confirming battle readiness and done. Leva, how are things on your side? We've got a big guy. Yeah, this might take a while. Is that a moustache? No, it looks like a moustache. Kind of looks like a moustache. Just hang on, we'll be there soon. Like a really long, fancy Salvador Dali moustache. I don't think these are new units, they look like the same units. I think I can get this guy. Oh, that's fine. With Leva's cover, Lenna closes in on the target locker. Here it is, Leva. Good. We'll lose the nearby surveillance cameras in 10 seconds. That's plenty of time. Lenna, if... Don't worry, Leva. I believe in you. Lenna keys in the code quickly. 4773, confirm. A crisp click, the locker door pops open. Piles of Sardas gold are stacked neatly inside. Ooh, what the hell? So much money. Before Lenna can examine it, patrol automatons that have already regained control surround her in a circle. Lenna raises her gun at them, but after seeing the numbers, she obediently lowers her weapon to the ground and lifts her hands. No. The circle tightens. One of the station's PSA officers runs toward her, while the others stay back and directs the automatons to block passengers from boarding via radio. Lenna glances at the surveillance camera, then turns toward the approaching officer. But her eyes drift past him, resting instead on the departing train and the Meech 2 on board. Meech 2 on board? Are we getting emergency support assistance from Meech 2? Or the frame? The most dangerous place is the safest place? Ooh. We're back. We're back to the evil side. Rurik's fist slams the desk with a dull thud. Cocoon remains unmoved by his side, watching demurely. What do you mean there's only Sardis gold? Impossible. Oh my goodness. Who is holy? This is Cocoon? The PSA officers have searched the locker and the surrounding area thoroughly, then checked the surveillance footage. The locker does contain only Sardis. Bro, holy bustage. And the dolls? The only one caught is... I'm having trouble reading, man. I don't know where to look. The only one caught is a T-doll. Oh, she got caught, okay. Oh, so it was a trap. I think they got trapped. The only one caught is a T-doll named Lena. She's already en route back to Dessa. The other three are currently missing. Bro, she looks hot, man. Missing? That means they escaped, doesn't it? Useless trash, all of you. So this is Cocoon, okay. I was expecting something else. Please, sir, calm yourself. Though the contract of the illegal transaction is gone, I've prepared witnesses as you requested. That council lady must still cooperate with the investigation. Bro, they're so dodgy, like doctoring witnesses in the whole scene and everything. Her dolls, too, are now listed as suspects of illegal trade by the Odessa Oblast government, and they're a high priority target. The whole thing was set up. I risked everything to make Helly alter the database, not just to trap them for 10 days or so. Isn't Helly Hellion? It is a pity Nonfo couldn't be completely pushed out this time. Bro, I can't divert my attention! I questioned the informant at the station. He swears both the Sardis gold and the contract are in the locker this morning. Is this DP12? The frame? But they're seasoned tactical dolls. After all, it isn't entirely impossible for them to calculate the worst case scenario on the spot and figure out a way to take the contract. Bro, stuff the contract. Who are you? Excuses. And what about you? You couldn't even stop them from hacking the station's security system. Forgive me, I did strengthen the system's self-correction efficiency, but I didn't expect them to abandon the attempt at full control and instead exploit flaws in security design to evade capture. I want to see her face, man. And since Helly had already altered the IDs in the database, I allocated more processing power to remotely commanding the illegal armed automatons. This guy's got no chill. I understand your anger, but you have already destroyed the chief's message. Even if they keep pursuing the matter, nothing will come of it. I will use this time to eliminate any leftover risks. Fine. As for those witnesses, once they've done their job, you know what to do. Wow, they're gonna kill them off as well. These guys are evil. Yes. With Cocoon's soothing words, yeah, that's what calmed him down. Viruk's expression eases slightly. I oppose grouping you under Chest Fabin from the start. That conglomerate is as cheap as its name. A vulgar upstarts who think money can buy them anything. Sorry, I need to have a look. God damn, the bustage! With Gerard's wealth, of course, you don't... Hold on. With Gerard's wealth, of course, you don't need their funds, but it allowed Chest Fabin into the sub-court here because of their cooperation with Paradus. Paradus mentioned... After all, none of the core families want their own hands dirty too much. Core families. Those are the top 1%ers. Even so, they don't deserve 2 third-gen dolls. Indeed, after Sextans was executed for failing her mission, Gerard officially only holds Dacha. Officially, if we're speaking officially, even Dacha isn't Gerard's anymore. But what does officially even matter? Quite right. You alone hold the core technology for 3rd-gen dolls. Okay. Without Gerard, the horoscope program could never advance. Interesting. Rurik soaks in Cocoon's flattery, though his face stays dark. I'm soaking in something as well. These two useless nitwits, one rashly struck at that... Hold on. These two useless nitwits, one rashly struck at that brat of the Claude family, bungling an assassination and leaving none for leverage. The other failed interception after interception. All this time, that Paradus test subject is still in the bounty hunter's hands. Paradus test subject? Who? Oh! The pink hair girl. I think she's the Paradise. So, okay. Because we're the bounty hunters, right? You need not worry, Paradise's handover and the recovery of the subject are now fully managed by Shesh Faben. It will erase every trace of Gerard's movements. Okay, so Paradise is coming back, boys. You only need to focus on your campaign, then lead Gerard's infiltration of Edessa while refining the third-gen dolls. But the plot's thickening. Something awesome right now. Only, it tells me to improve... It tells me to improve the performance of third-gen dolls while strictly capping production. Now you ordered here just as emergency support. Hey Shiki, welcome, bro. If Gerard had even one capable combat doll, Nomfa wouldn't have scored at the station. Apologies for the disappointment, sir. But she sounds hot too, man. Enough. Are the calibrations on Dacha still not complete? Her neural cloud... Are you finished, sweetie? Okay. Her neural cloud was damaged during combat against the Elmo crew in the Yellow Zone. The calibrations will take some time. Still, in this critical campaign period, perhaps it's best for the dolls to lie low. When you return, tell Shesh Faben their sponsorship dues are up next quarter. If not, there's no guarantee they'll get to keep you. If not, there's no guarantee they'll get to keep you or Blue Sphere. I'll remind the representative promptly. Bro. We just hit peak. These guys are straight corrupt evil. That's what I like to see. The dolls return to DA's company. Soppo, heavily damaged, is sent for repairs. Leva closes her inbox for size. So it was, I think we got debated. Or the mission failed. We'll get him next time. What a headache. Even though we extracted the contract in time, they had witnesses ready. Nonfa just issued a notice. Now Lena and the three of us are listed as dolls suspected of illegal trade. Yeah, I think the whole thing was a setup. But how do they know? The Odessa Oblast government lacks proof to go directly after Kalina, but as our superior, she has been called to cooperate with the investigation. Thinking back, maybe Rurik intentionally let us cop the laptop hard drive at the... I think we fell right into their hands, low-key. He looks hot-tempered, but he's calculating. I underestimated him. Paul, Lena, and Kaylina... Like, he was making it look like he didn't want them to get the laptop, but low-key, he knew they would get it anyway, so it was actually well played, I think, by him. Paul, Lena, and Kalina. They barely shook off the forged ID accusation, and now they've been dragged into this. She's so cute. Isn't this one of your contingency plans? My, don't say such cold things with Mishtu's face. Rebella, surely you can understand the urgency of that moment. If the Odessa Oblast government had gotten their hands on the contract, Nonfa's senior chancellor would be nailed for illegal trading. Not only would chasing Gerard be impossible, Nonfa's influence in Odessa would plummet. So the instant you saw Kalina's name on the contract, you activated the contingency and sacrificed Lena. I thought no matter who you gave up, you would never endanger her. Oof. Hit her right in the jugular. Leva freezes for a second, then smiles again. Originally, I was hoping you could just slip out quietly with the contract in GRG-11's frame. Otherwise, I wouldn't have kept hacking the cameras and the patrol droids. But even if you had found the weighted alarm, okay. You still had no choice but to take the contract, right? So I could only draw all of security's attention to Lena and let you escape with it. Leva, have you reached a point where you'll sacrifice anyone for the mission? Leva, have you reached a point where you'll sacrifice anyone for the mission? You said it was for protecting 404, but now you cast Lena out so easily. Bro, they're going the straight attack. Why? Before, even if it meant a firefight in the station, you'd always protect your teammates first. Opening fire at rush hour would hurt more civilians. I thought we agreed on that. We managed to avoid causing heavy casualties this time only because the droids were restricted from using lethal force, and Soppo succeeded in intercepting the illegal armed droids. That was exactly what you feared yesterday, wasn't it? But why is Rebella... Is Rebella talking through Michitu's frame? I'm so confused. I just realized. I know it was the logical choice, but if you know, then stop agonizing over it. We can't just let Kalina be arrested, Nomfa be ousted, and Ririk become the interim chief uncontested. Leva is still wearing a smile, but seems a little strange. She gets her near a cloud to calm down a little bit. Still, I'm sure Lena will be glad to know that you're so worried about her. I think she's somewhere else and she's using... But that wouldn't make sense. Why would she have to use... Oh, I'm so confused. I just want my friends to be safe. Relax, you got the contract out. With Kryuger's skills, Lena, Kalina, and Nomfa will be fine. Really? Otherwise, this commotion we caused wouldn't be confined to an internal Nomfa notice. Instead, it would have been the headline in tonight's Odessa news. Even if Lena has to suffer this time, I weighed the pros and cons. After all, rational judgment is every doll's advantage. Rebella ignores Leva's pointed words and changes the subject. I'm so confused. While we did manage to dodge Gerard's trap, the lead is gone. Whatever the chief left it's destroyed now. We risked so much and got nothing. Not necessarily. What? All thanks to your effort, Rebella. Leva hands her device to okay, quote-unquote GR11, so there is... This is the photo I took off the locker. Bingo. Lucky you snapped it. I just processed the image. What's so special about it? GRG11 stares at the zoomed image. Did Rebella get shot down or something and they transferred her consciousness into the Meech2 frame? I must have missed that. GRG11 stares at the zoomed image. The inside of the old locker is rusty, smudgy, and littered with scraps of cheap ads from small vendors. Since you're more interested in humans than me, you must know the saying, the most dangerous place is the safest. You can't possibly mean here. I checked the ads, one of the URLs linked somewhere pretty interesting. Leva opens a webpage. A land deed? A draft deed to be exact, no signatories, but the plot location is written right there, OD04. You want to check it out? Yes, a draft deed hidden among ads is suspicious, don't you think? We already questioned the locker's security. Maybe the chief used this as a backup channel to raise the odds of success. Since we can't return to Odessa anytime soon, and Kalina can't issue any commands or send us any information, we may as well chase this lead instead of idling. According to my calculations, the probability of this leading to anything is low. So now you're crunching probabilities like any other doll? I never said I don't run calculations, I just choose different strategies. Then what's your choice this time, Rebella? We should go. You know, the odds of the AR team making it to this very day were even smaller. The Edge messaged, suppose repairs are done, you can swap back to your own frame now. Or have you grown attached to the GRG11's frame? Why did you swap in the first place? The GRG11 shoots Leva a sidelong glance, then heads for the repair room. I think she's being repaired. So while the frame was being repaired, she's borrowing the Meech2 frame. She hesitates, but before walking through the door, she remarks earnestly, the diner gate was better. The precondition for the exchange of intelligence is mutual trust. Why does this house look familiar? Wasn't this the house from the Florence mission? That was haunted or something? And there were like these illusions? I swear it's the same house. But I said, yeah, the Florence mission. It looks like a house from the Florence mission. Once Rebella has switched back to her own frame and gone through a series of calibrations, Leva's group heads for the address marked on the land deed. I wonder if there's a connection here. Or did they just simply use the same bloody image? Leva orders Suppo to scout ahead, while she and Rebella wait a short distance away. No wonder there's no mark on the map. It appears to be just an old villa out in the suburbs. After all this running around, a find like this really kills the mood. With the air's help, we haven't encountered too many attacks along the way. It really wasn't so bad. You're so strict. Don't tell me you also measure performance by kill count, like Kukai. I'm only being realistic. Of course you were. But Rebel's cute as man. The mapping for the altered IDs doesn't need to be too precise this time. As long as traces of the three of us pop up across Odessa, that's enough to keep the PSA busy. With Dier's tech, it's probably running on auto by now. It should be. He just helped pinpoint a newly set up encrypted server. Okay, now all three of us are connected. Hopefully the security levels a bit higher. I don't want to be fighting while worrying someone might hack our home base. Do you think the EW abilities... I'm not sure what's EW ability passes yours. Hard to say, but Kaylin's comms line with the chief is strictly encrypted, and I really couldn't detect any tampering on the chief's end. Besides, according to what Lenna said earlier, the enemy also got hold of the comms code agreed upon between Kaylin and the commander. As much as I hate to admit it, the EW ability is definitely not ploy mine. Breaking even would already be lucky. If they lay traps and slip in through the cracks, it'll be even harder to handle. Yeah, it's impossible to guard against everything. Rebella, you're a modified 3rd gen doll. From this perspective, if the opponent's EW ability matches mine, I think it's like hacking. I think it's like hacking ability. And 75% of my performance is consumed by EW modules. How much processing power do I have left for combat? Even for an enhanced 3rd gen doll, trying to win in a physical fight and through EW at the same time is still extremely difficult. If you need guaranteed victory in EW, the best option is to stay in the rear, far from the battlefield. EW. When Soppo and I run missions together, I adjust tactics the same way. Soppo takes point, I support with EW. What's EW? It's going to drive me crazy. But the opponent will definitely use the same tactics. That's really troublesome. Soppo comes running quickly from not far away. I just circled the yard and didn't find anything. Judging by the villa's condition, it's been uninhabited for a very long time. The second floor windows are cracked. As for smells, there are no traces of food or gasoline either. But the bushes around this place are too thick to be sure. We'll need to go inside the yard. In that case, let's go take a look together. The front gate's on the other side. I already took the lock off while I was at it. Rebella, what's wrong? You've got a strange look on your face. If there's an ambush inside, you've already alerted them. The lock was too old. It fell off with just a little touch. Forget it. Saves us from climbing the wall. Let's stay sharp and move in. Leva's group circles around to the main entrance. But just as they reach the corner, Soppo suddenly raises her hand. Leva and Rebella instantly dart aside, pressing against the thick shrubs. The dust-covered leaves tremble lightly but make no sound. Wait, something's off. Enemies. The gate is open. I only took the lock off and left. The hinges are rusted. It wouldn't swing open just from the wind. Leva scans the surroundings carefully, then signals Soppo to switch to level 2 comms. Soppo, circle around the other side. Keep your steps light. On my command, we'll breach from both flanks. Okay. After a moment, Soppo peers out from the bushes on the other side of the yard. Sides closer to the gate, and sure enough, there's a line of footprints. I also found some fresh rust flakes right by the gate. Since the path we took wasn't long, and they still got in silently, they must be very cautious. A burglar? Who would bother with such a remote old villa? A trap. Not sure, but if we don't go in, the lead ends here. We'll decide after we meet them. Soppo, Rebella, get ready. We're going in 3 seconds. 3, 2. Whoever counts down through their level 2 comms link, the dolls tighten their grips on their weapons. Soppo bursts in first, gunfire explodes in the yard. It really is an ambush. Soppo dodges nimbly. Rebella and Leva immediately fire toward the sound. A black shadow flashes toward the back of the 2-story villa. Bullets trace its steps, gouging a line in the ground. Soppo, northeast 15 degree, I think. Straight line 44 meters. Watch this. Sapo steadies herself and charges past, fighting noises echo from behind the villa. Something like a flower trellis, like a flower trellis or trellis crashes to the ground. I don't know, that's a big word. Damn, you're pretty strong. Rebella, go help her. I'll sweep the area. Be right there. Got it. Rebella quickly dashes around the villa. Rat-a-tat-tat. Bullets spray into the sky. Silence falls. Weapon confiscated. Target subdued. Deliver. What's your status? There should be no other combat units in the area. Looks like it's just one. So we caught a petty thief? I doubt it. Well, come take a look and you'll see. Why so mysterious? Who is it? Footsteps approach and Leva reaches the backyard. No. In the shadows, a disarmed woman stands facing the wall with her arms raised and her back to the three dolls. Is this? Leva's eyes narrow as she recognizes her. I'd say long time no see, but for you to be at this place at this time, I didn't receive any intel about you being here before we said. Is this AN94? Did StatSec send you? StatSec? I act on my own behalf. I and no way! I and Task Force Defy have no ties to StatSec anymore. Let's go, boys! Leva tilts her head slightly, her eyes locked on the woman against the wall, her gun still raised. Bro, I've got a tear in my eye. Leva, can you please briefly explain your purpose here? AN94 of Angeli's task force. Bro, let's go. Peak! Let's go! We're finally getting to the juicy stuff. Instead of answering Leva, AN94 slowly turns around. Bro, she's pretty damn hot, man. AN94, you tell me first. What are you doing here? Information exchange requires mutual trust. This is a one-sided interrogation. I can't stop looking at it. Your former commander Angelia isn't here and won't ever be. Angelia's DP12, no? Or am I getting confused? And won't ever be. And as far as I know, Task Force Defy no longer exists. Since you still identify yourself as a member of Defy, why are you acting alone on your own behalf? Where are the other dolls? Bro, nah, man, that's it. It's all sunshine and rainbows from here onwards. Besides that, intel sources were not notified about this beforehand, and yet you just so happen to appear at this remote villa the moment we show up. I don't believe this was a coincidence. AN94, are you on some special mission? Our situation is already unusual, and you showed up completely out of the blue. If there's something we should know, tell us. That's right, Rebella's got a point. Bro, she's so hot, man. And also, we've already wasted plenty of time. Could you kindly give me an answer within 1 minute? Bro, the bloody, the attitudes going around in this room right now. You already know everything about Defy. Is there something, like, cautious about Defy that we don't know about yet? Is that why they're so, like... I feel like they'd be like more buddies than anything, but there must be some caution that I don't know about yet, or we don't know about yet as the audience. If you mean what happened around 2065, I'm more or less aware. Okay, so something happened, but what happened in the 10 years after that, I have no idea. Okay, so there's a bit of history, boys. What I care about now is this: if you didn't get your intel from StatSec, then from where? Seeing Leva so cautious and Rebella somewhat lost and flustered, AN94 glances at the gun aimed at her, then sighs in resignation. Oof. If you're worried about intel leaks or a mole, you can relax. Since leaving the StatSec, bro, it's so refreshing seeing a mature, like almost borderline adult doll / character in this game. Holy crap, boys, we hit a turning point. We hit a turning point. Let's go, finally. It's about damn time, man. I waited the whole year for this. I put up this bloody nonsense for a year. Since leaving, and it was worth it, Loki. Since leaving the StatSec, I've been using backdoors, ones that I planted while I still work for them. Through them, I monitor some of the StatSec's communications. Just a few days ago, I caught a suspicious signal. Yes, the signal was faint, and the contents scrambled, indecipherable. A brand new form of encryption? I'm not sure, but it might be exactly what I've been searching for. By backtracing the signal, I confirmed its origin, right here. Bro, our outfit looks cool, man. I think AN94 was ice here. What are you looking for? At this stage, I can't tell you. I see. Clever. That's all I can say. What you do with me afterward is up to you. AN94 turns her gaze back to the wall and quietly closes her eyes. Pity. I don't know what AN94 is hiding, but our mission is filled with enough intrigue. When every step feels like walking on thin ice, we can't afford even the smallest new risk. Clever shrugs and walks toward AN94. Even I'm curious to know like what their involvement is in all of this. Leva gestures for Rebella to be quiet with a wink. Rebella looks hesitant, but after meeting Sopo's eyes, they both tighten their grips on their weapons. In the night, the black gun barrels glint coldly. Leva takes hold of AN94's raised right hand. Let's work together. Since your lead also... Okay, so I think they're also investigating the thing that we're investigating. Since your lead also points to this filler, it clearly isn't just some old house. Our team happens to be short a member for now. How about you fill in temporarily? You don't suspect me? I do, but based on what Defy did before... Bro, I gotta go back. Bro, there's so much just constant teasing of GF1 story content. Based on what Defy did before 2065, I still have some trust in you as one of them. Even though there are still plenty of problems in the world today, well, we still owe you our thanks for how things played out the way they did. My curiosity is peaking more now, my intrigue. And based on what you've described, I have reason to believe that we aren't enemies. What do you think, AN94? I want to know more about these guys, how they got involved in this, what's their motive for being involved, are they working for someone? So many questions. You agreed so readily? I don't want to waste time and resources on meaningless fights. My mission has nothing to do with yours, so we're not enemies. My mission has nothing to do with yours. Okay. Maybe similar sort of thing, but different tasks. Since we're both here to explore, I don't mind working with you. Like they both probably have the same reason to be here, but different motives or intentions. Like this thing could be bigger than just us. That's great. I wouldn't want to fight an old comrade either. If I can help a comrade, let's go. Toravish. Then we can finally exchange some proper greetings. Long time no see, AN94. Long time no see, Leva, Rebella, and... AN94 looks at Sopo, questioning. They don't know each other. Sopo. Right, Sopo. And please don't address me as AN94 anymore. I go by Alva now. Let's go. Let's go, boys. With some light rustling, Sopo, gripping the cable, slides quickly downward and lands lightly. A safe touchdown. Let me take a look. Sopo switches on night vision and carefully scans the surroundings. After making sure it's safe, she connects into the level 2 comms link. Rebella, Leva, Alva, it's clear down here. You can come down. Roger that. Soon, the 3 dolls descend one after another along the elevator cable. With the help of night vision, they can roughly make out the fact that they're at the end of a passageway. The passage is about 2 meters wide, winding through the underground, its destination impossible to determine. Take up defensive formation, keep close to the walls, and don't fire unless necessary. At Leva's command, the team moves out. Didn't think there'd be such a huge space underneath this filler. Good thing Sopo followed the scrape marks and found the hidden elevator behind the fridge. I heard tricks like that can't stop me. Oh right, while you were coming down, I did a little check and found that the elevator still has power. It can't move only because of access restrictions. The system here is pretty secure. Taking full control is almost impossible. Leva, I'll prioritize disabling the cameras we can't avoid. Yes, please. The dolls continue forward, all the while carefully evading surveillance. The passage is pretty long. Up ahead, we're close to the exit. I love the firmness, the sternness. Oh, it's so refreshing, man. This is the Fire Squad was designed for me, basically. Sounds like droids. Everyone, stay sharp. Where are we? So was this the I lost track of. I think this is the house, right? Does the house have like an underground facility or something? I'm really bad at paying attention like on a visual novel. I guess like it's hard for me to kind of follow when there's both reading and visuals. Kind of feels like Resident Evil a little bit with Umbrella and how they have like these little secret facilities under houses and whatnot, under manors and mansions. After a fully armed patrol of automatons passes, the dolls step out of hiding and find the passage joining a much wider tunnel. I think it is. I think there's a facility under this house that we kind of investigated. This tunnel is big enough for mid-sized trucks. Looks like a transport route. See, every so often there's a security gate. It's connected to plenty of side passages like the one we just came from. The flooring here is reinforced for load bearing. Likely designed for some real big guys to pass. The narrow side passages are meant for human use. If the roads widen suddenly, then there must also be larger entrances somewhere. We're at least 100 meters underground, aren't we? The whole road looks like it hasn't been used in ages. Which only makes it more suspicious. Clearly it hasn't been used in years, yet they still post patrol droids and keep the security system running. Just what is this place? We don't have enough information yet, we need to push deeper. That's what she said. Rebella, you and I will focus on hacking the surveillance along the way and engage patrol droids with electronic warfare if necessary. Sapo, Alva, you two cover us and keep an eye out for threats. We don't know how many enemies we're up against, and Rebella and I can't fully control the system. We must avoid open combat, don't trip the alarms, and escalate the situation. Yeah, okay, I think it is the house. That's cool. That's some underground facility action happening. And the chief was trying to lead us there, I suppose. I forgot this was a bloody mission, not a story mission. They're so long. So all that's left is... I'm really curious to see how they're gonna bring the others into the story, like AK-15, AK-12, and EP-12. I can't wait to see like AK-12 just come in and put everyone in their place low-key. High-key. Low-key, high-key. Cyrus Miller, thank you for the sub. Welcome, welcome. After some investigation, they arrive before a sealed electronic door. The electronic sign on the door is dead too. What's inside? Don't tell me it's another mini-lab. That makes at least 3 we've found. Bro, so far there's a lot of interest and intrigue. I like where this is going. They all look the same, and aside from some small outdated security droids, there's nothing. The production rigs look like they haven't been started in over a year, and we can't extract any data from the electronic devices. Boring. I'm half expecting like a zombie to just pop out, and it just turns into Resident Evil. And they find like they find the little experiments, the umbrella experiments, and we've got to fight like these biological mutants. At least we can confirm this is a small mechanical research site. The automatons match early Gerard parts supplied to Odessa's security forces. No trademarks, but odds are the Gerard group owns this place. Then we fit the jackpot. Gerard has assassinated the chief, planted false evidence, and even deployed heavy guards. Also, just to hide some junk in a hidden workshop. This doesn't add up. Gerard already has a license to produce security droids. They have no need to be so secretive about it. So what's really going on here? If we want to know, we have to dig deeper. Level. Let's move into a nearby side passage and prep for electronic warfare. Better if I handle it myself. You three cover me, please. Interesting, interesting. Hello, game. Oof. Now cracking the system defenses, Rebella. I'll be counting on your support. Yep, I'll cut off their reinforcements. I remember this map. How could I forget this map for the bloody heroic mode missions? Painful AF, man. And there was like a tank in the middle. I get this guy. File short. I might just need. Yeah, that should be fine. While Leva works on the intrusion, the other three dolls form a semicircle around her and keep guard. This is taking a while. Is the door's security level that high? It uses composite encryption. The success rate of cracking it is about 45%. Leva and I don't dare to use brute force. In case you alert the droids if you fail? Yeah. We also don't want to raise the defense level if the system flags a threat. Leva completes the hack and exits level 2. I've taken care of the door and the cameras in the room. Suppo, you won't be disappointed this time. Eh? Something good in there? Suppo slings a weapon, dashes ahead, and slips into the room. Chotomate! Don't worry, it's just an ordinary lab. Perfectly safe inside. Let's go. 3 remaining dolls enter the lab. Why do they have to use the same image? Now I feel like we're back at the bloody other place with Persica and the nerd, the scientist lady. Rebella and the Elva both frown at the sight within. Elva both frown at the sight within. Suppo, however, looks around in excitement. I'll check over there. She darts off toward a console. Leva, you call this ordinary? Machines making machines. Kinda cool though. Objectively speaking, these are just some peculiar components. They're not components. Alva walks up to a specimen, quote-unquote, an incomplete doll frame hanging from the wall, missing a lower half and left arm, her chest unarmored. Yeah, so like one of these then. Inside the exposed mechanical torso, wires tangle in a chaotic mess. Synthetic skin coverage at less than 20%, no left eye module installed. An unfinished prototype, never fully assembled? But still one of the more complete ones here. Alva turns to the other specimens. They are even more fragmented, some only with a single arm or half a torso. Under night vision, they appear eerie and bleak. Yeah, even the most complete isn't 60% finished. Most likely failed attempts before the prototype stage. I nearly ended up like them myself. Some backstory there. Alva, are you pitying them? Alva shakes her head. No, I just think I was lucky. What Defy has gone through hardly counts as lucky, bro. I really want to know. At least I'm still standing here. Pretty good. I gotta make time for GF1. Meanwhile, Rebella, who has been inspecting other specimens, comes over. She carefully feels around for a mechanical joint on the frame. This one has it too. Found something? A date. Look. Shining a flashlight at the joint. A faint engraving of some small text can just be made out. 2071. The last digits are too worn to read. So they were produced as early as 2071. I think the current year is like 2075, right? Because she said 10 years after 2065. Yeah, I can't. I think, but yeah. There's no way it's in the future. That would make sense. Some parts can be tracked back even earlier. They arrange in order of production dates, like fetal specimens displayed in a museum. Ravel describes the match a neural cloud produces. The thought unsettles her. She glances over at Soppo. Soppo, stop playing around. Time to go. Soppo glances back at the console wistfully, then hurries over. She eagerly thrusts a part into Ravel's face, making her squint and lean back. Rebel, look, I found something fun. Never seen one of these before. Oh, it looks like a belt. Get that out of my face. How many times have I told you not to just rip things apart? What if you triggered an alarm? Wait, Soppo, where did you get this from? What is this? There were heaps of scrap parts by the console. I'd never seen anything like this before, so I grabbed it. Hey, Rebella. Rebella strides over to the console and inspects the scattered parts closely. Seeing her reaction, the other three come over too. How could it be here? Found something? The part they sort of picked up. It's Persica's design. Persica? Okay, alright, interesting. Rebella motions to Soppo, and the latter obediently hands the part to Leva. Persica designs kind of connect exclusively for one version of 3rd gen dolls. Its purpose was to adapt old 2nd gen parts to fit 3rd gen frames. That's like an adapter. But she unilaterally terminated that upgrade project. She later revised her design, and this type of connector was never produced again. So it never ended circulation. So are they saying Persica's involved in this? Since it was experimental, Persica only had them produced in minimal quantities. It would seem that Persica ought to investigate her contract. Oh, okay, unless someone put business with her. You're saying someone stole design from the manufacturer? Blueprints, prototypes, maybe later production batches, possibly even... Or they could have like reverse engineered it or something once they got a model. Leva's gaze sweeps across incomplete frames in the lab. This lab's purpose and research direction may all tie back to Persica's theories on 3rd gen dolls. I noticed that the frames hanging here all use the same special connector. Maybe someone was trying to imitate her 3rd gen doll technology? Or like an arms race of some kind? Oh my, maybe Rebella isn't the only 3rd gen doll successfully modified. I was never a success, not in Persica's eyes. Damn. Oh, no wonder she later brought Lenna into experiments. What happened? Rebella avoids the question. Doesn't matter. Getting some nice Git stuff here. I've checked all the frames. None carry a neural cloud, so there's nothing to hack. There's no point in investigating this lab any further. I'm loving this Ghost in the Shell sci-fi-ness right now. But we did gain something, Soppo. Keep that part safe, don't lose it. No worries. Soppo tucks the connector carefully into her pocket. Let's move on. As the dolls leave the lab, the camera that Leva had disabled slowly swivels, tracking their departure. Now getting interesting. How deep are we in? With the treasure plundered by thieves, the guards cannot escape their shackled fate. The electronic door opens smoothly, and Leva and the others enter the room. Okay, where are we? Ooh, hey! I just seen it. It's the Gunsmoke boss dude thing. It's got to be him. Wait, let me just have a closer look. It looks like him. I would, yeah, I'd say it's that Gunsmoke boss dude from before the Daischkraft one. 100%. Is he meant to be hidden like sneaky spider? This laboratory is larger than the others, with rows of cabinets filled with servers. Deep blue signal lights flash rhythmically without pause. Quite a party. Oh crap, wait, she said. Don't skip that. Quite a party in here. So many servers. Is this Gerard's server room? With Gerard's scale, this is too small. Probably just one of the many server rooms. Still, hiding servers in a place like this, it's hard not to suspect what's stored inside. Maybe this is tied to the security. To the secret Gerard is so desperate to hide. Should we try to hack them? Wait, there seems to be something up ahead. Is it the Spoda? Prompted by Alva, the elves direct their gaze down the row upon row of cabinets. In the flickering blue light of the servers, a tall, vertical black shadow faintly appears against the farthest wall. Yeah. A bunch of cables, maybe? It's a Spoda. It's blocked by the cabinets. It's a Spoda mech. I can't see clearly. Looks like we need to check for hidden threats first. Supper Rebella moved down the aisle between the cabinets. Elva and I will stay here in case enemies try to flank us from behind. The other three dolls nod, and they all spring into action. Oh yeah, it's definitely him. The arms. Look, I remember it was like this weird hybrid mix Spoda with like a dude kind of. It looked like it was like a dude trapped in. It was just. It was a weird. It was very weird, very kind of grotesque. Suppo and Rebella inch closer to the target. The thin black shadow on the wall remains motionless, like a beast lurking in the dark. Kind of cool though. I like the setting right now. Slowly, the shadow becomes clear. It looks like an arm, but it's unnaturally long. Its narrow tip doesn't end in a hand, but in a sharp scythe. I want to say some. I feel like Paradise is usually responsible for like grotesque, messed up stuff like this. I want to say Rebella shoots Suppo a look, and the latter promptly darts out from behind the cabinets, raising her gun and aiming at the unknown object on the wall. So what is that thing? A strange doll hangs lifelessly against the wall. Well, I'm just taking in the music. Yeah, we're getting some good stuff, boys. Aside from her already elongated limbs, multiple thin tendrils also extend from her back, like almost the appendages of an arthropod. I think that's a type of insect. Maybe I need to Google that one. The ends of the tendrils are either gun muzzles or scythes. It's definitely the Gunsmoke boss, but I've never really got a close look at it. Her head can barely just be distinguished, but no facial features were ever designed. A cold alloy plate covers her entire face. Where's her face? Is it on the other side? That's the arms. Maybe this thing? What a bizarre construction. Is this even still a doll? After observing the doll and confirming that it is powered down, Rebella relaxes slightly. Let's call it Leva. Let's call it Leva. Let's call it Leva. No, let's call Leva and Elva over. Having received Rebella's signal, Leva and Elva hurry over. Masaka. Well, what an astonishing discovery. No wonder the chief was assassinated for finding these coordinates. This can't possibly be disguised as an ordinary automaton or a civilian doll. Gerard is developing such a dangerous model. This is the prototype. The frames we saw earlier in the other lab were all defective specimens. If she uses the same standard parts, then this is practically proof that Gerard stole Persica's technology to research third-gen dolls. Rebella reaches toward the grotesque doll, see grotesque, he called it, on the wall to investigate further, but Leva grabs her. So is Gerard, low-key the new Sangvi Fairy or something? Or maybe Sangvi Fairy merged into Gerard or became Gerard, like they kind of transformed over the years. We might be able to explain away our smooth progress thus far. Hold on. We might be able to explain away our smooth progress thus far as having successfully misdirected the enemy's attention. But for the hiding place of such a deadly thing, the defenses here seem awfully thin. I reckon Rurik and Cocoon have some involvement in this. Your perspicacity. Isn't this the word Andrew Tate uses a lot? And they make like fun of him sometimes. Like they meme on him. Your perspicacity is commendable. Hearing the voice from the doorway, Leva and the others immediately switch to combat readiness and disperse behind nearby. I want to get a better look at this thing. Flashbang! The lights in the room come on all at once. The sudden glare briefly disrupts the doll's vision. Oh, it's this weird human spider thing. I think that's the stomach and that's the legs. Yeah, that's the legs. Yeah, oh, it's like this weird frog-like legs. That's the torso chest. That's the head. That's the arms, and it's got two extra, like, spoder legs. This is weird. When the vision module stabilized, the one who just spoke is already standing in the middle of the aisle. The real guard dog has arrived. Oh my. Dacha, a third-generation doll. She lifts her skirt, whoa, slow down, with one hand and sinks into an elegant yet pompous curtsy. A pleasure to meet you. I hope I haven't caused you much alarm. A third-gen doll. I reckon this thing's like the security guard for this place. It must be something, it must be like, it must be guarding something important. Indeed, it seems you are not unfamiliar with the term. As Dacha takes a step forward, the dolls raise their weapons at her. Stay where you are, don't move. Dacha obediently sets her parasol down by her feet, raises both hands, and takes a step back. No need to be nervous. For now, I have no intention of fighting you. Otherwise, your remaining time would be spent only in terror and emptiness. I'm not a fan of Dacha. Then we should thank you for sparing us, but right now the one being held at gunpoint seems to be you. True enough. As I am now, I stand no chance. Leva. Is this the highly lethal doll you mentioned earlier? Doesn't look like much. I thought we'd at least get a good fight the moment we met. I think Dacha's the one that turns into like that big mech thing, right? She can transform. I'm pretty sure that was Dacha, not Sexton's. My apologies. I cannot fight you here. Here? What do you mean? In another place, you just twist my head off? If that is your wish, I don't mind obliging. Dacha fixes her gaze on Suppo and flashes her a dangerous smile. Since you've made it this far, you must know something about this research facility. This is where all third-gen dolls were born. Man, the second part of the story is definitely where it's at. The second half, sorry. Though, it has been abandoned now, and what remains are only the defective pieces you've seen, and that failed prototype behind you. I don't think these things deserve to be called third gen. Yeah, I was gonna say I was gonna be confused. I think someone was also trying to make third gen dolls, but ended up with this mess of a thing. To share your opinion is an honor. These things cobbled together from rejects, vulgar, ugly, stupid, much like their maker. Sounds like you've got a grudge against Gerard. They forge tools of conquest, yet they fear the very power they seek. The pitiful maker etched restrictions, fearful of the dolls turning on them. This server room, packed with Gerard's data, is, for us, no different from a prison. Foolish, isn't it? The treasure is already in the thief's hands, yet the soldiers guarding it are shackled by their king's chains. I get the feeling she just insulted us too. Says, whether you can fight or not, you're not getting out of this without losing 2 legs and a head. Wait. Ruella presses Soppo's gun down, watching Dacha warily as she rambles on heedlessly. You're telling the truth when you say you can't attack us here, and you're handing us all this information. That must mean you're confident that you can still keep us trapped here, isn't that right? Dacha claps her hands happily. As a higher creation, I expected nothing from second-generation dolls, but you and the doll squad leader I met before have both impressed me deeply. I apologize for my earlier scorn and rudeness. Disregarding the threat, Dacha takes a step back and curtsies again. With her head bowed, the expression is obscured. I only hope your combat skills match that of the esteemed dolls. What's she talking about? Dacha suddenly snatches up her parasol, rolls to the side, and slips behind the row of cabinets. That's what the alarm is. Told you not to waste time talking with her. Soppo, I feel like doesn't need to be here. She feels so out of place. Soppo sprints toward the... I think, is she meant to be like the silly comic relief? I don't know, but she just feels so out of place. Soppo sprints toward the aisle where Dacha has vanished and raises her gun with hesitation. A burst of bullets slams into the server Dacha is using its cover. Sparks erupt in the room and the servers buzz angrily. That laugh. Soppo, fall back. You and Alva secure the lab entrance. Restrict their movements. Do not fire without orders. I take back what I just said. Dacha's voice sounds eerily distorted. She slowly steps out from cover and curtsies once more toward Leva. You are even better. Her frame is unharmed and free from bullet holes. With the parasol in one hand, her lower body is still locked in a curtsy while her upper body remains upright. She looks both elegant and absurd in that posture. What happened to her? Thank you for freeing me. I think she's going to turn into the big mech. The server Soppo shot crackles behind Dacha, making her voice sound broken. Freedom, at last. I'm no longer bound to those fool's orders. Ah, did we shoot the server and now this is her server? Correct. Dacha finally straightens up completely. Her head turns at an unnatural angle toward Alva, who has reached the entrance, but her eyes are not... Bro, these dolls can technically be, like, terrifying, man. Like, twisting their heads like, you know, like The Exorcist or something. Transaction complete. I leave the rest to you. If you disappoint me, I won't spare you. As if in response, the surveillance camera above Alba, which should have been disabled, flickers to life. Someone's watching us, Leva. The surveillance control has been taken back. Multiple droids are closing in outside. Ignoring the doll's commotion, Dacha slowly raises her parasol. What's a parasol, man? Is that her umbrella? Everyone prepare for combat. Purging local data. Seemingly oblivious to the doll's incoming attack, Dacha lowers her eyes and smiles faintly as she strokes the shaft of her parasol. I think it's the umbrella thing that she has. Suddenly her smile twists in a horrific grimace, and what she does next leaves the doll stunned. Dacha drives the parasol hard into her own core. More fractured crackling. Silver sparks burst like fireworks. The heat chars her synthetic skin, releasing an acrid stench. Fluid runs down the parasol and drips onto the metal floor, spreading slowly. Thud. Dacha loses all balance and topples forward. The parasol's tip pierces completely through her core. Did she just commit Sudoku? At the same time, the servers erupt in a shrill roar. The prototype third-gen doll hanging on the wall lights up. Oh boy. Oh boy. We're gonna fight it, aren't we? The progress must be stopped before the evidence is destroyed. The servers keep howling. Data's actions are beyond comprehension. Excuse me. The chaos before them leaves the dolls unable to calculate any reasonable outcome. It's deafening. Leva, the server data is being destroyed. Gerard is wiping the evidence. There's something about Rebella's face, it just keeps catching my eye. Rebella, lead Sopper and Alba to fight the patrol droids. I'll hack the servers and stop the purge. You decide the timing and tactics. Understood. Okay, so these are the security droids that we're fighting. I think the final boss is going to be the Spoda. Spoda. I don't know why we got it so early in Gunsmoke. It's like kind of spoilery, man. It makes sense if we got this coming Gunsmoke now, as the story came out. Easy. After taking down the system defense automaton, Leva quickly hides behind a block of virtual data. Leva's neural calculations gradually output several results as she observes the level 2 space. Impressive, using dark data to lure us into destroying the servers, and exploiting the server damage to launch a strike on Gerard's data center. I thought we'd finally grab Gerard by the throat, but it turns out we've been caught in one big net instead. Yeah, I think we've been being played from the start. Leva looks toward the collapsing edges in the distance. After weighing her options and running more calculations, she sighs. The data protection functions have nearly collapsed. I can't handle this alone. I'll need to ask Rebella for help. Leva prepares to cut her connection to level 2. Network error. Your request has been denied. Huh? Network error. Your request has been denied. So hospitable. I really don't deserve such courtesy. Though still smoking, Leva grows more wary and starts scanning her surroundings carefully. Not far away, broken data fragments begin to reassemble, forming another system defense automaton. A light, lifting voice comes through a speaker. How about perishing along with the data, Miss Ump 45? You're welcome to try. Inside the server room, the dolls fighting patrol droids notice Leva's abnormal state. Rebella, what's happening with Leva? Her neural cloud is cut off. Most probably caused by the hack. What do we do? Leva's EW ability, she won't go down easily. The first priority is keeping her frame safe. Check your statuses, we retreat to a safe position, then prepare to provide EW support for Leva. Rebella props up Leva's unresponsive frame and quickly takes cover behind another obstacle. Uh-oh, Rebella, check the cache space. So many upload requests bounce back. That's a failed upload. Could the servers be broken? Elva, how was it on your end? Same here. Something's off. The contents and return times don't match. The sync failure prompts are only showing now. Damn, our network environment is being controlled, likely from the moment we entered here. All our uploaded information was intercepted. You mean they tampered with the sync process? Yes, they most likely forged a fake virtual relay. From the moment we entered the underground facility, our submitted data never even reached Dia's encrypted server. Oh, so they basically cut off the Wi-Fi in our dolls? Rebella sprays a burst of bullets toward the squads of droids rushing in from outside the lab. We don't have the time to worry about this now. Fall back first. We'll deal with the West later. Scream! A piercing wail interrupts the dolls fighting with the automatons. It's this thing, isn't it? The massive electromagnetic interference throws the dolls off balance, forcing them down to one knee. What's happening? Rebella fights through the dizziness and looks toward the source of the sound. The prototype that has been quietly hanging on the wall suddenly stirs. Multiple tendrils behind her glow as though blood is flowing within. Bro, what is this thing? Her armored head jerks unnaturally. Neural cloud. Looting. That's... Oh, is Dacha inside of it? Like hacked into it? Didn't she self-destruct? Her residual neural cloud has been synced into the prototype. Since Dacha has already broken the restrictions that Gerard programmed into her base layer by destroying her own neural cloud, Gerard's attack restraints probably no longer apply to the prototype either. She just won't stay dead. Is she a cockroach? Let me blow her up with... So she entered this thing. Or she was part of this thing, maybe. The shrill wail sounds again. Suppo's movement is disrupted before she can act. Her electromagnetic interference hits us too hard. We don't stand a chance like this. First blocking a data sync, then trapping Leva. Nick she'll definitely wipe us out to silence us and erase all the evidence. Suppo Alva take Leva. Retreat before she's fully activated. It's getting intense, boys. It's getting intense. Rebel and the others dash down the corridor, alarms in the rapid approach of mechanical units filling their ears. Patrol squad incoming. Wait, there's more of them? But I don't remember running into this many patrols on the way here. Even the security droids on the production floors have been activated. Prepare to engage. Objective, break through the encirclement, don't get bogged down. Suppo guard Leva. Okay, leave it to me. Objective, don't get eaten by that bloody spoder thing. Kinda cool. So I think Rubella comes out next patch. Next event, ready for breakout. I'll leave Leva in your hands. Swap. I stuffed up already. Let me just do... I should be fine. Cool area though. Let's have a quick look at this area. I should be able to get everyone here. And opening in the encirclement, move. Suppo, you go first, I'll cover. Take the passage we came from. Suppo charges through the gap with Leva on her back, not forgetting to stomp hard on a... Excuse me. One moment, guys, sorry. Suppo charges through the gap with Leva on her back, not forgetting to stomp hard on a small droid that's fallen to the floor. Out of my way, you pest. You're lucky I'm sparing you this time. Stop, we don't have time for this. Suppo, are you alright? I'm fine. Now that we're farther away, her interference isn't as strong. Suppo adjusts levels frame on her back. Still, Pesky really needs to make the holes lighter. Rebella, do you really have to go back the way we came? Even if another path might lead us above ground, the situation is critical. Everything else is unknown. If we take a wrong one, we'll get pincered and blocked in a... yeah, that's true, actually. Hold on, we're close to where we descended. Heat signatures ahead in the right corridor, about 20 meters away. A squad of armed droids are about to intercept us. Kind of CVF reading Soppo's dialogue. It's just, like, characters like Soppo just drain. I don't know what it is, they just drain me. I can't even be bothered reading it. That's how like draining they are. I don't know what it is exactly, but I just, that kind of character type, they just feel like a waste of air. Oh, they're on that side. Let me get them from here. Oh, there's one more there anyways. Rebella's group keeps fighting the armed droids in pursuit. Once we turn that corner, we'll reach the passage Soppo has Leva. Still no response, but I can't haul her all the way back to Kiev if I can haul her all the way back to Kiev if I have to, don't worry. Right. I can appreciate her spirit, but just in general she annoys me a little bit. No heat, signatures ahead. Rear pursuit will enter line of sight in about 3 minutes. Soppo, you'll probably need to climb that rope again. Can you manage? No problem. Just strap Leva to me. Good. Everyone speed up. Once we reach the surface, cut the rope immediately to buy time for retreat. The dolls accelerate, but just as they're about to reach the passage, they stop in their tracks. The security gate has closed. Elva, Rebella, get clear. The once wide passage is now a wall of steel. Soppo immediately raises her gun and fires at the gate. The bullets leave only shallow marks. Damn it. Whoever reclaimed security access must have closed it. Turn back now, we'll take the passage we just passed. Someone's trying to lock him in. The shrill wail locks down the whale's movement once again. Unless they're like, it's like a maze trap and they just set out the big rat coming. And yeah, the metal scythe scrapes across the floor, making an awful noise. Multiple squads of armed droids appear ahead. Behind them, the prototype. Now partially activated draws even closer. But that's scary, man. Imagine you running and this thing's coming after you. The retreat's cut off. Our retreat's cut off. Since we can't escape, we'll fight them head on. Relax, Soppo. Soppo props Leva up against the security gate. She grimaces as she resists the prototype's interference. Her gun-wielding hands trembles faintly. When Leva wakes up, how many pieces do you think I can break that prototype into? Relax, Soppo. However many you like. But imagine your favorite doll is Leva and she just breaks down on you. Imagine you V6 R6, your favorite doll, and she just breaks down in the story. Just blue screens. He gets hacked. The battle with the prototype officially begins. Silence the witnesses. Execute. Dacha question mark, I just noticed the name. Dacha's voice keeps repeating stiff mechanical commands. Watch out, a neural cloud seems to be malfunctioning, but her strikes are merciless. Ella bends back just in time to avoid the prototype's sharp scythe. Missing her mark, the prototype jerks her arm back, leaving a jagged scar across the middle wall. All units report current frame damage rate. Rebella drops an attacking droid with two precise shots, then nearly stumbles as the prototype's electromagnetic interference forces her to steady herself against the wall. But I'd love to see a cutscene of this 35%. Around the same here, Rebella, how are you holding up? 15% I'm fine, but the prototype is becoming more agile. At this rate, we'll start taking a lot more damage in no time. We need to neutralize her electromagnetic interference first, otherwise we'll always be fighting with our hands tied. Can you hack her? No, every network I can detect is under her control. I can't break in remotely. If this keeps up, never mind a prototype, we won't even be able to handle all these armed droids gathering around us. The fight grinds into a stalemate. The dolls, barely holding the line in the rare gaps between bursts of EM interference, have no time to strategize. You can't do it remotely, then what about via a wide connection? That would increase the success rate, but it's still inversely proportional to the prototype's security strength. So it's possible, right? What are you planning? Well, I can still move. I'll exploit the gap right after another burst of interference to get close and jack straight into her port. She's kind of crazy, but I kind of like it. Then I'll give you full access to my base layer. You'll just have to use me as a relay and hack her through our own local network. Oh, so she's kind of like, what's it called? Like when you use your phone as like the internet? It was hotspotting. Is a hotspot? She's kind of like hotspotting into it by attaching herself. Kind of smart. Rebella cuts stop off instantly. Why not? This is our only shot. The prototype's design isn't compatible with us. Even if you manage to reach her, you won't be able to connect. So what, we just sit here and wait to be destroyed? I'll think of something else. Alva scrutinized Rebel's expression. After a quick calculation, she decides to speak up. There may be a way. Like Dacha said, the prototype is based on the other frames in the lab, so she'll probably share the design, which means the connector Sopo grabbed in the lab might actually work. As for her frame structure, you know Persica's 3rd gen design better than I do. Even if we solve the issue of compatibility, the windows between interference bursts are too short. Sopo will barely have time to follow through. If she slips up, she's... do you expect me to solo the prototype? No way. If I mess up, then you and Alva cover me. If I freeze from her interference, you two buy me time. But if you get hit, your chance of rebooting is close to 0. Then you'll just have to keep a close eye on me. Come on, just tell me where the most viable port is. You watching my back, Sopo is invincible. Realizing Sopo's resolve, Rebella clenches her fist. And then promise me, no reckless charges this time. Follow my orders. No problem. Alright then. The port will probably be near her core. Judging from the frames in the lab, the most viable one is likely wide into her head. Her head? Interesting. Sopo shakes the stiffness out of her joints, then tosses her firearm away. But I drop anything that slows me down. Rebella hesitates for a moment, then nods. We'll cover you. All set, just give me the word. Just give the word. We strike 5 seconds after her next interference pulse. Alva, focus on supporting Sopo and keep the armed droids busy. I'll stay back to provide covering fire and prepare for the hack. Okay, roger that. Sopo, the jacking timing is your call. I'll match your move. But if I order a retreat, you must obey immediately. Got it. We've been sneaking around all this time. I'm itching for a proper fight. Rebella, I'll leave the cleanup to you. Let's tear this place apart. I can kind of appreciate her spirit a little bit, but she's still kind of annoying. Sopo barely finishes the sentence when the piercing wail comes again. Countdown. 4, 3, 2, 1. Ich Nissan! At 0, the dolls launch their offensive. I'm counting on you. Suppo shoots forward like a loosed arrow, trailing a red streak in her wake. The armed droids on the forefront fire frantically, tracking her darting figure. Suppo kicks off the plating of a small crawler droid and springboards past the prototype stabbing site. Before the armed droids can even register her landing point, she's already burst through their first line of defense. This is boring, come on, more of you, all of you, come at me, brush Chris. Suppo rips across the battlefield like a thunderbolt, smashing droids left and right, her grin growing more and more, making it maniacal. So, you nutcase, Elva, cover her. Bruh, I wanna hate you, stop being interesting. Suppo snatches a hovering drone midair and hurls it straight into an incoming droid. While she succeeds in neutralizing its attack, she is also leaving her back exposed. Spotting the opening, the prototype instantly drives the sire forward without hesitation. A precise burst lands in the prototype's tendrils, forcing it to strike wide. Flipping forward, Suppo plants a foot on the wall, rebounds and snatches it. She's very like agile. She can fight, man. She yanks hard and the tendril grows taut. Useless junk is, I'll take it off your hands. She's about to rip it free when a new pulse of interference tears through her, forcing her to let go of the hiss. Focus on the objective, follow orders. The burst of interference and rebels shout jars her back to her senses. She sticks her tongue out sheepishly. With Rebella and Alva covering her anew, Suppo finally closes in on the prototype. Warning. Danger. All the lights along the prototype's tendrils blaze red. They whip and lash to drive Suppo back. But Suppo charges ahead without slowing down. Rebella's and Alva's gunfire carves open a path for her. With a hail of bullets, Suppo leaps again and scrambles onto the prototype's back. She ignores the droids sawing after her, seizes the prototype's jaw and wrenches hard. Bye bye! She tears the armor off the prototype's head in one brutal motion that exposed paw gleams in the open. Without a second thought, Suppo slams the connector in and links directly to the prototype. Commencing hack. Okay, we're actually hacking into this thing. Ooh! Oh, okay, I thought it was cutscene. Yeah. Thing's weird. Definitely it. I like the music, man. It's like on its back kind of too. It's so weird. But interesting at the same time. I like this theme song. Unknown chaos. Has Road to one-shot it. Music was getting good, man. On level 2, the prototype and the system defense droids fragment into data blocks. Rebella successfully blocks the prototype's electromagnetic interference function. To prevent ending up like Leva, she doesn't go deeper in and promptly exits level 2 instead. The EM interference is taken care of, Suppo fall back to defense first. Suppo tears off the last small droid clinging to her, leaps off the prototype and temporarily retreats to a safe distance. Malfunction, error, reboot, target lost, reboot. The prototype keeps trying to reboot, falling into disarray. She thrashes her mini tendrils wildly, slicing apart the armed automatons that were attacking in coordination with her. She's flailing all over the place. There's no way to get close at all. Suppo, your damage rate? 55% is fine, I can still move. Suppo gives a thumbs up, her other hand clutching dearly the trophy she just ripped off the prototype. Here. Alva tosses Suppo the firearm she's dropped. She won't be in that state for long, get ready for battle. The dolls quickly shift formation while the prototype systems finally stabilize. Silence the witnesses, execute. Suppo's racks the slide on her gun. Meet your end here with your friends. Alva silently reloads her magazine. Alva's badass. The whole device squad just have this badass vibe about them. This time I'll wipe you out completely, imposter. The battle's about to begin anew. Meanwhile, Leva just kicking it. Wait, she's back? You think you can hold me here? Think again. Let's end this game of cat and mouse here. You can fight it again. This music's awesome, man. Yeah, I like it. Meanwhile, on level 2 where Leva is... Did we kill it, or... How long do you want to keep playing hide and seek? Leva shoots a system defense droid in front of her to smithereens. How long have we been running in circles like this? Even if you're not tired, I'm freaking tired. Even if you're not, I'm freaking tired. Since we both want to go after the droid group, can't we call a truce and talk? Okay, so we're talking with her. If you're willing to give up this pointless struggle, I don't mind stopping. Looks like it's no deal. Okay, so we hacked into her, I think. Into the spider boss. Looks like it's no deal then. Avoiding the edge of collapsing data, Leva fires, but the bullets only graze the surrounding system defense droids. You helped Sextons impersonate the chief before, but now you turn on the droid group. Color me perplexed. Just adapting to the situation. Not denying it all. Not denying it at all, huh? How confident of you. Planning to destroy me here then? The opponent makes no answer. Leva sees the opening. I'm getting tired. Leva sees the opening between the droids, attacks, and quickly relocates. If I can, that would be ideal. Is that you being modest, or are you just bragging? Just making a statement of fact. Your electronic warfare abilities are exceptional, to be honest. Since I left that production line, this is one of the trickiest fights I've faced. I think if you fought me without pulling your punches, the outcome might have been decided long ago. Can I take that as an agreement? Your EW performance is at least on par with mine, yet you let me keep running around all this while. Likely you're tackling other tasks at the same time, aren't you? Nothing escapes you. Since you're so honest, I'll give you a piece of advice in return. If you don't start taking this battlefield seriously soon, you'll regret it. Leva repositions itself again and opens fire, but the spray of bullets do no real damage to the pursuing automatons. While I admire you, bluffing won't. The other voice cuts off abruptly. Noticed it finally? Impossible. Nani? A wry chuckle can be heard. Beautifully done. You weren't scuttling around to recover the data in the server room, but to retake control of the security system. Same for you. With me trapped here, my teammates must be in danger. I need to get out fast. If I can't win the data struggle, I have to. Oh wait, she wasn't switched off. She was doing the EW thing, I think. I have to snatch an. If I can't win a data struggle, I have to snatch an advantage elsewhere. But that's impossible. You'd better come to terms with reality quickly. You misunderstand. What I mean is, with a second gen toll's capacity, no matter how distracted I am, such a loophole can't exist. It's a hardware limitation, not explainable by luck or oversight. The droids suddenly unleash a burst of bullets towards Leva mid-conversation and directs the other droids to join in on the attack, but Leva fends it off easily. Resorting to sneak attacks because you can't win, that's a bad form. I'm just curious about your processing mechanism. Looks like I'm right on the mark. Since earlier, the frequency... This is dragging on a bit. The frequency of the attacks on my backend hasn't changed a bit. Multi-threading has limits, and you're still a backward second-gen doll. You seize an opportunity, but to maintain a stable efficiency, using only your own processing power against these system defense automatons should be very taxing. With the exploit degrading the performance of the droids under your control, shouldn't I be finding this much easier to handle? No. Something has been off since your game began. Even back at the light rail station, your processing capacity and speed far exceeded what most second-gen dolls are. Okay, so we're kind of like juicing Leva up a little bit, building her up as it's like special, awesome doll. Can you tell me who's helping you? Or rather, is it only you? Who else could there be? My processing capacity just so happens to be a bit better than others. I think there's an extra core in your processing hub. You're not the same as other ordinary second-gen dolls, yeah, but we're kind of juicing up Leva a little bit here. Is this really the time for tech research? Time is short, and the exploit spreads, even the droids you're puppeteering won't obey anymore. You have a point. Since you're kind enough to warn me, I'll return the favor with some intel. What is happening? Why are we just like helping each other out, but when even you succeeded in exploiting a loophole in the security system, I guarantee you this to completely seize security authority from me. The computing power required will exceed your neural cloud's capacity, and I do mean all of it. Are you sure you want this? Stay here and you'll only lose a fragment of your neural logs. Force it and this will end with your neural meltdown. They might skip my teammates, but me, I'm just an ordinary, frankly third-rate second-gen doll in terms of combat capability. Which is very humble. Weigh the pros and cons, then make the most logical choice. That's my style. As long as our neural data survives, they'll someday become the bullet that kills you all. If all it costs is my neural cloud, then that's a win. Bro, the sacrifice, then good luck. The defense droid before her shatters into data, and the unknown voice vanishes. Alarm starts blaring. Alarms start blaring all over level 2. Under enemy command, the security system escalates to maximum alert. Countless defense droids close in from all directions. Now that's more like it. Looks like it's also time I finally gave it everything I've got. Leva looks at her right hand and the ARM-45 submachine gun in her grip. This gun has been with her through the years, brought her victory, and witnessed her shame and despair. Now she believes it has become the wings that shield her comrades. Never again the cold weapon forced to aim at those who mattered. Okay, a bit of a clue there into her history. Watch over me, 40. Who's 40? I think in GF1, Leva was initially a quote-unquote enemy character doll, but not of her own choice. And then she later became friends, and that would explain her eye. And that's probably why one of her eyes is kind of scarred. Because when she was quote-unquote the enemy in GF1 story, probably, I think Flukai or someone fought her and beat her probably, but then saved her neural, or restored her neural cloud, and now she's good. But yeah, I reckon that's her story. I'm calling it now. I reckon that's Leva's probably story. Like more or less, barring some details, some small details. Rebel's team is still fighting the prototype. Even with that electromagnetic interference, the prototype still carves. Bro, I'm getting drained. Okay. Well, the enemy has already learned our rhythm and weaknesses. Our energy is almost depleted. If we drop our rear defense and force our way past the prototype, there's still a chance. Combat stuff does get a little bit draining. Bell rapidly runs calculations, searching for another way out. But every result points abandoning Leva to save the three. Alva's right. Familiar voice pipes up from behind. Who's this? Ice Leva. Leva gives Supper a little wave. Saying it finally extricated from level 2, Rebella exhales in relief. Took you long enough. Cut me some slack. Also, I've taken back security control here. Time to hightail it. Under her command, a closed gate slowly rises. Dolls waste no time retreating under Leva's direction. Lagging behind, Leva's steps falter slightly. Oh no. What's the matter with you? Escaping level 2 took some real effort. I was just kind of drained. Thanks, Rebella. My new cloud has taken some minor damage. Don't transfer command back to me for now. Alright. That's cool. They can, like, transfer leadership positions in real time. Supper, like, based on their computing. Supper and Rebella quickly lift Leva by her arms, while Alva slows down to cover the rear. She keeps firing, trying to hold off the prototype. This is the side passage we took. It leads straight to the elevator. Dodging the prototype strikes, the dolls sprint toward the elevator. But the prototype, hot on their heels, suddenly halts. Her signal lights flicker, her head twists stiffly as if in hesitation. I reckon there's like a... Didn't catch them? What a pity. But the primary objective is achieved. Nani? Don't worry, I've already made a base layer backup of your neural cloud. It won't be destroyed. That has to be Cocoon. Sounds like a Dacha. You'll cooperate with me until the end, right? I think we hacked into her. Silence. Terminate. Initiating self-destruct. Countdown. 30. 29. Oh no. I think Cocoon hacked into her. And now it's using programmed to self-destruct to destroy all evidence, maybe. Those run quickly toward the elevator shaft they descended through. Why has that thing stopped chasing us? Sabe looks back at the prototype. As the distance grows, the figure shrinks smaller and smaller. That figure shrinks smaller and smaller. Forget her. The elevator's right ahead. Ding. At Leva's command, the elevator opens its doors just at the right time for the dolls. The dolls rush into the elevator, doors shut, and the prototype disappears completely from view. The elevator ascends rapidly. Left behind, Dacha stares impassively at the closed elevator doors. Initiating self-destruct. The prototype explodes, a blinding light erupts with her at the epicenter, and almost instantly rolling smoke engulfs. Yeah, so they can destroy all the evidence, the server rooms, the whole facility. Like it was never there. The blast wave surges, the electronics throughout the underground research site detonate one after another. Earth trembles and the dolls in the elevator brace against the walls to keep their balance. That's cool. That's cool, actually. Something one of those dodgy research facility factions would do. Unfortunately, the elevator reaches the surface at the critical moment. Retreat to safety immediately. At Leva's command, the dolls sprint out of the villa. The instant they cross the yard, the dilapidated building collapses entirely under the explosion's impact. Yeah. They stare at the ruins with trepidation. Leva turns around, her expression darkens as she looks toward the satellite city in the distance. Too soon to relax. Leva jerks her chin toward the satellite city, motioning the others to look. The dolls look in the indicated direction. In the satellite city far away, thick smoke rises and fire like a massive maw swallows in the... Oh no, what's going on? Bro, it's getting good. I like it. One escalation after another. Wait, was it the last mission? Oh, I got one more, okay. I thought that was going to be like the cliffhanger. Let the burning flame consume it all. Ooh, okay, yeah. This is exactly what I knew this would happen, and I was kind of hoping, expecting this to happen. It's gonna like end off Cocoon and the bad guys sitting on the sofa. Cocoon replays a combat record from the underground lab once more. Oh, holy bustage! Ah! It's like how to save Girls Frontline 2 story. Insert Cocoon and bustage. Everything's fixed. Their audience is so simple. Immediately, their story. Just insert Booba here. Such an interesting processing mechanism. I really should find another chance to make contact. Hold on, hold on. I want to pay attention to this. I like this stuff. This is the juicy stuff. No, I'm not talking about the bustage. I mean the actual. Yeah. Such an interesting processing mechanism. I really should find another chance to make contact. When should I schedule the next tea party with Leather? I wonder. Gerard's server data finishes syncing. Cocoon opens several files on the research and development of third-gen dolls. He reads through the files quickly, her expression shifting from time to time. Former Griffin dolls, huh? Second-gen dolls are fascinating things. She closes the files and raises her head toward the mysterious man watching the distant fire. Thanks to Darch's help, we obtained plenty of valuable data. Who is this mysterious figure? How long until Darcha can be rebooted? I'm just having a look. I don't think it's anyone we've seen before. To avoid raising Gerard's suspicion, her neural cloud master copy was destroyed with the server room. Rebuilding from the base layer will take some time. His voice is very like muffled. Very well, and the other one? Her functions are nearly repaired, and neural modifications are going smoothly. Unfortunately, her frame was badly damaged, and the stored neural data still can't be fully restored. Because of this, we still know little about Nomfa's collaborators. That's fine. Make sure Rurik doesn't suspect anything. Is Rurik being played? Even though he thinks he's the player? Rest assured, Gerard wants to use her as the master version for the production of a new model of third-gen dolls. Ooh. Performing neural modifications on her is perfectly justifiable. And with you pulling the strings, Legislator Rurik will likely be far too busy for quite some time. Finish the modifications on her and Darch as soon as possible. We'll need them. Is the restriction on you also lifted? Is the restriction on you also lifted? What restriction? Yes, bro. Is this a bro? If I swear, if this is what I think this is, bustage aside, I think I might just cream my pants from excitement. I don't think she's human. She's definitely not human, and that opens up a whole different can of speculation. A whole different. Oh yeah. I think I'm having ideas. Maintain the status quo. Wait for its reply and clean up after yourself now. So she probably gets busy as well. Now is not the time to openly oppose Gerard. Understood. Coon gazes demurely at the man's back. Anything else? No, I was only marveling at your decisiveness and your boldness in riding the tide. We once placed our hopes on the chief, leaking intel to him on purpose. Although he used it to locate that research site, he still made mistakes. How he met his end is regrettable. So was he working with them to a degree? He moved too slowly. Under those circumstances, if you'd kept covering for him, Rurik would have grown suspicious. Bro, this goes deep, man. People are playing people who are playing people who are playing people. True, what surprised me was that after banning the chief, you immediately took a massive gamble, handing Nomfa the back door key and letting Kalini's team, who should have been eliminated, regain their freedom. Then you planted the lab coordinates in Rurik's trap. Then you planted the lab coordinates in Rurik's trap and arranged for Dacha, our collaborator, to go there, luring them to sabotage the server, to open a breach. And now even the little toy Dacha, whimsically brought back, will be put to use by you. I'm kind of over Dacha, man. Dacha needs to be like replaced. She's such an uninteresting character. Like, I mean, aesthetically anyways. Every single player, knowingly or not, has become your piece. This precise control of timing and correct judgment of the situation are impossible even for a doll. You think dolls can control timing and judge situations accurately? You don't think they can? The mysterious man glances Cole at Cocoon through the window's reflection, then turns his gaze back to the distant orange-red glow. The flames rekindled. Hold on. The mysterious man glances Cole at Cocoon through the window's reflection, then turns his gaze back to the distant orange-red glow. The flames kindled by Gerard's exploded server room and the berserk droids. Use your processing power. Oh my god, she's not human. That confirms it. That has to confirm that she's not human. Oh my. My imagination running wild right now. She's not human. Use your processing power. Tell me what happens next. She must be. She has to be. She has to be. Like, not a Nito, but whatever Blue Sphere was. That type of doll. But not like grotesque and weird. Probably like next level. That we don't know about yet. No, Blue Sphere actually looked normal. No, I take that back. Blue Sphere looked normal. Very normal until she transformed into that thing. I think Cocoon's the same. Of whatever that Blue Sphere was, but not... But way more sophisticated though. And advanced, I want to say. Not a Nito. But some... Whatever, I can't remember what she was. They mentioned it. Oh my god. Rimming my pants. Gerard's underground server has been breached. Through the loophole, I invaded the other servers. Chaos will spread across Odessa, shattering the residents' peaceful dreams. Now with Gerard's countless droids in Odessa going haywire, the technology they... Hold on. Now with Gerard's countless droids in Odessa going haywire, the technology they once boasted about has become a blade pointed at themselves. Gerard will pay dearly for this. Okay. And then, if handled well, Gerard's position in Odessa won't collapse. But their new stock used for financing will suffer. Combined with the massive compensation they're liable to pay due to the droid malfunction, they'll face a funding crisis. I think we're trying to break... I think they're trying to... What's the word? I think Gerard's like a competition, and they're trying to not fight them directly, but kind of get them to suffer. I can't think of the word. Like war of attrition, kind of, and have them use all their resources and their funding and destroy them that way or something. That's the vibe I'm getting. Still, with its support, Legislator Rurik will likely only lose part of his free votes. He can still be elected interim chief, and the Lullaby Project will continue. Lullaby Project, what is that? Go on. But Gerard's falling commercial value plus its recent troubles will lower its evaluation of them. Bro, what is it? That is the opportunity you've been waiting for, and it's getting so good. The plot's thickening beyond thicken. Seeing the man's indifferent silence, Cocoon's smile deepens. So I was wrong. What you see is merely the result. Bro, she's not human, man. And she's super hot, dude. Dude, please. Lord have mercy. What you see is merely the result that your computation module derives from current factors. That's why you underestimate Rurik, it, and the people of Odessa. Bro, she's so hot and she's not human. That can only mean one of many things. One of like a handful of things, sorry. Perhaps just as I don't understand why, over the years, even though Sheshfaben had more direct means to oppose Gerard, he never acted openly. In wartime, bullets and shells rule. In peace, we play by a different rulebook. Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah. The longer people live in peace, the more they fear conflict. And the fear will become the barrel of oil that sets Gerard ablaze. Okay, so they're trying to destroy Gerard, but not through like immediate combat, but through other means, like having them use their resources and money and stocks and politics and etc. etc. But I still don't really understand the significance of these groups. I don't know if I have played GF1 for that, so you've made other preparations. Adapt to the tide, wait for the chance. Every piece you place will one day yield returns. Once the fire is lit, it must not be extinguished. Yes, the long night is only just beginning. Bro, it's getting so good, let's go! They say no more. Cocoon slowly walks to the window and joins the man in gazing at the night swallowed by fire. Oh my god. Ah! I'm done. I need to change my pants. I'll be right back. Holy crap! And she's not human, bro. I'm so keen to find out who Cocoon is. I'm so excited to find out who Cocoon is. I can't even. That was awesome. That was great. That was a great setup. That was a fantastic setup. It's starting to get really interesting. Starting to get really good. This is what I was waiting for since I started playing this game. That was great. That was great. So, I think, like, yeah, part two, 19 days. Okay, we've got heaps. Well, that's gonna be a lot of time. Part 2, and then, but before part 2, I wonder if they'll continue with Intertwined Assault. Yeah, Intertwined Assault, that's the next one. This one's pretty shortish. I'm not sure if it's directly. I don't think it'll be directly. I think it's like a little mini chapter in between, but not directly connected. I'll try to do this one tomorrow, same time tomorrow. Just smash it out, and then yeah, that'll be it for story until part 2 comes out. That was sick. I'm satisfied. I'm very satisfied. That was awesome. Things are getting really interesting. Lullaby, something, dream, it. There's going to be a lot of unraveling. I'm really excited. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you guys enjoyed. We'll wrap it up here. See you tomorrow maybe for Intertwined Assault. If not, I'll see you when I see you. Till then, take care. Peace out. Much love. Peace.